World history, ancient world history in relation to biblical history. Emperor Claudius, born in 10 BC, is one of the most thoroughly described Roman rulers in terms of physical and behavioral characteristics, largely due to Suetonius's detailed biography in the 12 Caesars, where Claudius is depicted as a man whose appearance and mannerisms violated expectations of Roman dignity and self-control, which caused members of his imperial family to treat him with contempt from his childhood onward. So here you have this Caesar, right? Claudius, who was looked at as kind of a weird kid, right? Suetonius reports he had tremors of the head. So his head used to shake. He had an awkward gait. He had like a strange walk, sudden outbursts of inappropriate laughter, like almost like a Tourette syndrome, it reminds me of. Excessive drooling. On any occasion, you might see this grown man drooling, right? He had difficulty with clear speech, and he also had episodes of emotional dysregulation that appeared exaggerated or out of place in formal settings. There's your reference. He also records that Claudius possessed an unusually deep intellectual focus, right? So just kind of skipping down here. So it seems like Claudius had what people may call today autism, right? He may have had Tourette, what people may call today Tourette syndrome. He had these characteristics, okay? Modern scholars sometimes point out that the collection of traits described by Suetonius resembled contemporary understandings of neurodevelopmental differences, particularly motor coordination issues, social misunderstanding, sensory reactivity, and highly focused intellectual interests, though no retrospective diagnosis can be confirmed. What is clear is that Claudius's traits shaped the political dynamics of his adulthood and the perceptions of those around him, especially because Romans tended to measure worth by physical poise, rhetorical polish, and masculine composure. Right, so here you have this emperor. He's drooling. He's got this Tourette-like tic. Once Claudius became emperor in 41 AD, his policies impacted Jewish populations. I should say it right. His policies impacted the Hebrew Israelites, which today are known as the people of Negro and Native American descent, Negro and Native descent, right? Across the empire, including the historically significant expulsion of the Israelites, right, from Rome, which the author of Acts records when noting that Aquila and Priscilla left Italy because Claudius had commanded all the Jews to depart from Rome. So let's go there. Acts 18:2, huh? Let's go there. Let's see here. Okay, Acts 18:2, was it? Satan must not want me to read this. He's making my phone act up here, guys. So let's go. Acts 18:2. Scrolling down here. Go to the book of Acts, chapter 18, and let's see what this says. I have to scroll again. It says, I'll start at verse 1. After these things, Paul departed from Athens and came to Corinth and found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus, lately come from Italy with his wife Priscilla, because that Claudius had commanded all the Jews to depart from Rome and came unto them. So here we have some confirmation of the history of the Bible lining up with Roman history, right? According to, let's see here, our references here, right? From Suetonius, right? You have Roman history lining up with biblical history. So that's good. We see that we have some validity here to our book, right? Okay, this degree aligns with external Roman sources, including Suetonius himself, who refers to disturbances involving the Israelite community that prompted Claudius to remove them from the city. The Hebrew scriptures contain a parallel theme, right, to all this. The Lord's declaration that he would punish Israel by provoking them with a foolish nation. As it is written, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not a God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. And I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 21. Why am I, looking at this, this scripture, which was prophecy and now is history, in this way? Because here you have a man which seemingly had Tourette syndrome, autism, and some clear disabilities, who had complete rulership over his nation. And that nation had complete rulership over the nation of Israel. When this nation of Israel was supposed to be the chosen people of the Most High. And they will be. But again, the Most High said that we provoked him to anger. So he in turn turned around and provoked us to anger by putting a foolish nation over us. A foolish nation over the children of Israel, because the children of Israel, who are actually today known as the people of Negro and Indian descent, are some of the most stiff-necked, stubborn, and rebellious people who back then refused to serve the Most High, keep his law, and follow the example of Christ. And we still do it to this day. But there it is, just a little bit of history for you, showing you how world history lines up with biblical history. Now you know.